What was he talking about? He was talking about that Chris Cabba shooting. So whenever it occurred, obviously, if you can remember, everybody was talking about it. People were doing 4 or 5 hour live streams about it and that, because they ain't got nothing else better to do with their time. That individual there is one of many individuals who are these conscious people who, all they talk about is your energy vibrations are low. Oh, you need to be spiritually rich before you can become rich in the real world and that. Who cares about a mortgage? The real wealth is family and friends and loving relationships with the people that you've grown up with and that. Them sort of idiots. And the thing is, these are going to be the same people who wonder, why am I not rich? They need to understand they're not doing things that are productive with their spare time. It's all about what you do with your spare time and what you don't do. You see, I don't do bullshit. So that's why I'm in a good financial position. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't indulge in vices. I don't gamble. I don't sit on the phone for 2 or 3 hours a day just talking nonsense with people. I don't fill my void with bullshit like litter picking. So it's not necessarily all the time about what you do. It's the things you don't do. I'm so glad, I'm not in one of them positions. Like, I feel sorry for certain man, but I don't feel sorry for you. You need to put the fucking foot down. There's certain man right now, many men, who every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, they have to go to the in-laws' house, which is a 2-hour drive away, and have a Sunday family meal. And it's such a waste of fucking time. Wasting fucking 8 hours of the day going to the fucking in-laws' house. You don't even really want to be there. I'm so glad I'm not in these positions. I just wouldn't be in these positions anyway. I put my fucking foot down. There's some guy right now, that could have been a millionaire if he just wrote that 1 or 2 books. But he can't. He didn't. Because his time has been taken up doing nonsense. Imagine, spending all those hours of your life doing bullshit. Socializing with family members that you don't really want to socialize with. Going to these stupid events because your missus is dragging you there. For one day, for her to leave your ass for a next guy who she probably was vetting him. 110% she was vetting him before departure. Imagine that. You don't get back that time, That's why I prioritize doing the things that are going to generate me some Ras Clark money. Like working, doing social media, and obviously if I get mentoring sessions here and there. Because all of that time spent chatting to your stupid cousin or your stupid friend 2 hours every single night, you don't get that time back. Life is long, but also life can be short, And I'll tell you how I know life is short. You lot watching this right now that might be in your 40s or your mid-30s and that. Even me, I'm in my early 30s. 20s went by just like that. And I didn't, certain people, would be like, because, you partied. No, I didn't party or nothing like that. The average person, they partied throughout their 20s. So their 20s went by like that. But I didn't even do that. And even I feel like my 20s went by like that. Sometimes I feel like I ain't done enough. I know I'm 32 sitting on 5 properties, and sometimes I feel like I ain't achieved enough throughout my 20s. But you know what it is? Obviously, I could have always achieved more, obviously, But sometimes, it takes a long time to build success. Now, I did mention this in the video the other day. I used to listen to a motivational speaker called Les Brown, him and Steve Harvey. This is before people like Andrew Tate and that, This is how I used to get motivation and that. Because people around me, they didn't speak the same language as me. And I'm not talking about the West Germanic language of English. I'm talking about that motivation shit. That leveling up, that discipline, That I and mind shit. So this Les Brown guy, go check him out. Old school, public speaker and that. He spoke about the Chinese or Japanese bamboo tree. And basically, when they plant the bulb, they have to water it for 5 years. And nothing sprouts out for 5 years. But they water it for like 4.5 years, let's say. And in the last 6 months or whatever and that, As long as they've watered it and maintained the earth and the soil properly, bam, it shoots up like 10 feet in 6 months. Some madness like that. The point of it is, sometimes you don't see any results for a long time, but you got to stick to it. And you know what? It should be like that, because success shouldn't be for everybody. And I'm glad success is hard, because I don't want some idiots that, are not worthy to be able to achieve success. And you should think like that as well, because would you want some idiot who has sat on their ass claiming benefits for the last 10 years to one day, after 2 months of some training course, become a doctor and diagnose and prescribe your ass? The answer is no. So yeah, you want success to be difficult. You want people who are competent. There are people, who say, what was the point of teaching kids algebra in school? I'm an adult and I've never needed to do an algebraic equation in my adult life since I left school. Do you know why they teach people algebra? It's to filter out the dumb people. Imagine going to a doctor and, he says to you, my highest level of mathematical education is, year 3 or even year 11. I don't even know how to do any algebraic equations or anything like that. Oh, I don't know, I'm not really that good at writing and stuff. You'd be like, no, you want man that's competent. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard someone say, oh, why do you need to be taught algebra and that? Yo, you want to filter out the dumb people. Yeah, those people who don't know how to do algebra, I guarantee you they don't become lawyers and stockbrokers and bankers and that. So, yeah, that individual there is just one of them idiots that, they would just spend 7-8 hours of the day just talking about the current affairs and that. Bro, get a fucking job and make something of yourself. Use your time wisely. Now, let's say that individual was getting paid from it. Let's say he was recording himself while doing those 7-hour live streams and cutting out the videos and putting them on his TikTok account and his YouTube account and getting paid for it. Then fine, if you've got the time. I mean, why do you have 7 hours during the day though? I mean, you might be doing a night shift, but shouldn't you be resting for the night shift? But anyway, fine, if a man want to do that, then yeah, but a man's not doing that. A man's not monetizing it. A man's just doing it because he just wants to be a chatty man. And it is with the same people who say, right, next election's coming up. Let's vote for Labour, not Conservative. We need to stop the rich getting richer and we need to stop the poor getting poorer. No. The rich shall get richer and the poor shall get poorer, because they're moving in the same direction that they've been traveling the whole time, yeah? So the rich will continue to do the things to get them rich, and the poor will continue to do the things to make them poorer. And that's the way it should be. So, yeah, man, that's it, man.